I have spent 6 months working directly inside a builder's operation here in Central Ohio. I sat in the sales office. I watched how buyers were handled. I learned what the incentives really were and which ones were just for show. And what I'm about to tell you is stuff that most buyers never find out until after they've already signed. So if you are thinking about buying a new construction in Ohio, stay with me. This could save you thousands of dollars and a lot of regret. Here's the first thing I want you to understand. The sales rep sitting across from you at the builder's model home works for the builder, not for you. Their job is to sell you that home at the highest price with the least amount of concessions. That's it. Now, I want to be fair. Most of them are good people doing their job, but their job is not to look out for your best interest. When I was inside that builder's office, I saw buyers come in alone, excited, emotional, ready to sign, and walk out having to pay more than they should have for upgrades they didn't need. And the crazy part, it costs you absolutely nothing to have your own agent represent you with the builder. The builder pays my commission, you pay zero. So why would you ever walk in alone? Here's one of the biggest traps in the new construction, the design center. You walk into this beautiful showroom. Everything looks amazing. The countertops, the flooring, the cabinets, and before you know it, you've added 30,000 to 50,000 in upgrades. Now, some upgrades are absolutely worth it. Others you can do cheaper after closing. Worth it on the builder's design center, structural upgrades. Adding a bedroom, a bath, a larger garage, a walkout basement, or a covered porch, these are things you cannot easily change later, and they directly affect your resale value. Not worth it in the design center. Flooring, countertops, light fixtures, appliances, paint colors. You can upgrade these yourself after closing for a significantly less money. Builders mark these up substantially. The rule I give every buyer I work with: spend your upgrade budget on structure, not style. Most buyers don't know this. It's a big differentiator for you. Most buyers think the price on the new construction home is fixed. It's not. Builders have flexibility, especially right now when they need to move inventory, but they negotiate differently than a private seller does. A private seller might drop the price. The builder almost never drops the price because they don't want to set a comp that hurts the rest of their community's values. What builders will negotiate? Closing cost assistance, rate buy downs, free upgrades, lot premiums, HOA fees covered for the first year. Right now in Central Ohio, I'm seeing builders cover up to $7,000 in closing costs and offer rates as low as 4.99% interest through their preferred lender. But here's the key. You have to know to ask, and you have to ask the right way. If you walk in alone and just say, "Can you lower the price?" you'll get nowhere. When I'm representing a buyer, I know what to ask for, how to frame it, and when to push. That negotiation alone often saves my clients more than the entire cost of any upgrade they were considering. This surprises people. New homes still need inspections. Here's something that surprises almost every first-time new construction buyer. You still need a home inspection on the brand new home. I have seen brand new homes with HVAC issues, grading problems, plumbing rough-ins that weren't finished correctly, installation gaps, and electrical issues. Builders are human, subcontractors are human, mistakes happen. The builder's warranty will cover many of these things, but only if you find them. If you move in without an inspection and something fails 2 years later, now you're trying to prove when it happened and whether it was covered. Get an independent inspection, not the builder's inspector, your own inspector. It's a few $100s and it's worth every penny. I always recommend a phase inspection, one during framing before the walls go closed, and the one final walkthrough before closing. That way, you catch structural and mechanical issues before they're hidden behind the drywall. Almost every builder has a preferred lender, and they will offer you incentives to use that lender. Additional closing cost help, extra upgrades, and sometimes a lower rate. Here's my honest take after 37 years in this business. Sometimes the builder's lender really does have the best deal. Sometimes they don't. My advice, always get a competing quote from an outside lender before you decide. Take the builder's offer to your outside lender and ask them to match or beat it. If the builder's lender is still better than that comparison, use them. If not, you have leverage to go back on to the builder and negotiate further. The worst thing you can do is just default to the builder's lender because it's convenient. That convenience could cost you tens of thousands of dollars over the life of your loan. Last thing I want to talk about is timeline, because this is where a lot of buyers get frustrated. Builders will give you an estimated completion date. That date is almost never exact. Chain issues, weather, subcontractor scheduling, things happen. I've seen completions run anywhere from a few weeks to several months behind schedule. What this means for you, do not give your landlord notice until you have confirmed the closing date from the title company. Do not schedule movers until you are within 30 days of the confirmed closing. And if you're selling your current home to buy a new construction, we need to talk very carefully about how to structure that timing so you're not stuck in a hotel for 2 months. This one is the most important conversation I have with every new construction buyer. The timing has to be planned carefully or it gets very expensive very fast. If you are thinking about buying new construction in Central Ohio, please do not walk into the builder's office alone. Let me be in your corner. I know these programs work. I have sat inside that sales office. I know what to ask for and how to protect you through the whole process. Comment Insider below, and I will send you my new construction buyer guide. It covers everything we talked about today, plus a checklist of questions to ask every builder before you sign anything. If this gave you something to think about, hit the subscribe button. Every week, I will break down what's actually happening in Central Ohio. I'm Daphne, Hanrahan Bruce, and I'll see you on the next one.